My name is Matthew Bach-Lombardo. I'm a musical studies and cinema studies major, and I'm a member of the Oberlin Men's College soccer team.
And off the field, he's involved in the conservatory as well as the college, and is just a really great student and somebody who's been very responsible and respectful, and just a wonderful four-year career for him.
During my college process, I was looking for a place that was good academically, I could play soccer at, and that I could play music at, and Oberlin satisfied all three of those requirements, so it seemed like a pretty good fit. Yeah, so my musical studies and cinema studies majors have overlapped into this interest in sound for film, and it actually started through a contact I made through the soccer team. Probably my closest friend on the team, Jonah. His mom was an editor and a post-production supervisor for about 25 years, and she was kind of my first contact into the business. And from there, I've been able to use my winter terms and use my summertime to go back out there and have some cool internships, and yeah, continuing to find other people who are interested in this stuff. There's been a lot of variety to choose from within the conservatory. There are a lot of cool music history and ethnomusicology courses that inform your overall musical sensibilities, which I take into my cinema studies class, and that I take into my performance when I'm playing the piano. And I work as a student recording engineer with Con Audio, so I record a lot of student and faculty concerts and do sound reinforcement for some of the live performances that happen. Yeah, and then this is also overlapped with my cinema studies major. There are always people creating here, and I've been able to connect with a lot of those people on their films and doing sound work for them, which has also brought in other composers from the conservatory who have worked on these projects as well. So post-production sound consists of sound editing, sound design, mixing, and Foley work. And I was able to have my first real opportunity was with a company called Formosa Group, where I shadowed a supervising sound editor and his team of guys who were working on the most recent Star Trek, which was really cool to see. I really liked the team aspect of it. They would always go around and bounce ideas off of each other and listen in on the stuff that they were creating. Yeah, and it was really cool to see how they could manipulate different sound effects and create a story through sound that was telling the story just as much through sound as it was through the visuals. So right now I'm working with a young woman, Emily Cohn, who just graduated. She was a creative writing major, and she wrote and directed a film this summer that I'm working on right now, and she's been really serious about it, and it's really cool to see a real movie being made, and it's really cool to be a part of that. Yeah, so she shot it here in Oberlin, yeah, it's about some young people navigating their first times in college, and looking at that through the lens of social media and the different apps that we use to communicate with each other nowadays. So it's fun to think about that part of it sonically as well, which is my job.
I first had him when I was new here. So I came here from New York. I had arrived in the middle of Ohio, and here were these kids that I was supposed to teach. And Matthew has an amazing ability to be interested, to know when to be serious and when to be lighthearted. So we bonded partly because I learned that he played soccer, and I'm a huge fan of the British Premier League. So even though he was a Liverpool supporter and I'm a Chelsea fan, we still, luckily there's no, it's not like Everton and Liverpool, or he's not an Arsenal fan too, which could have been tough. Matthew and I we'd always, I taught him on Tuesdays, so we'd always be talking about the weekend games after class. And he's a really mature kid. I wonder what his inner age is. Matthew is the kind of student who really makes me realize that your experience in athletics can translate quite directly into academics, and that it's very clear to me that his commitment to the class comes from his commitment to the team.
Matthew has been a great player for us for 4 years. Starting his freshman year, he played quite a bit, but kind of in a platoon role, but then grew into the left back role and has been our starting left back for 3 years. He's a great kid, a great student, has grown into a leadership role and has really taken it by the horns and done a great job with keeping our guys on point and doing the right things. And he's just a great all-around individual. He's a type of player that is cerebral and not the greatest athlete, but makes up for that with his thinking, and he had a great left foot, served a great ball.
Well, what's great about being on the team, especially coming in as a freshman, you don't really know what's going on, and you already have this built-in family that you spend 2 weeks of preseason with that can kind of point you in the right direction and answer all those silly freshman questions that you might have. And then that just continues and you become the supporting role as you move through your 4 years. So now as a senior, it's fun to look at the freshmen and try to guide them as they're navigating the problems that you were having as a younger kid. And yeah, that extends on the field. We love playing with each other, and we all have a pretty good sense of the idea of the kind of soccer that we like to play. We like to move the ball and get everybody involved. But my plan right now is, so through these opportunities I've had through winter term and through the summer, I've been able to sort of push towards moving out to LA after I graduate, kind of pushing towards working on sound, on film, in hopefully not too distant time. Yeah, I would say this place has a lot of different opportunities to access a lot of different cool things, and what's really best is that the people here are also not just on the soccer team. You'll find that on the soccer team and all the other teams, but that the people here are really intense about what they do. They're really engaged with what they do, and they really care about what they do. And it's fun to be in that environment and share those passions with other people.